Dear students, now this is MCQ. If n is any positive integer, then value of iota power 4n plus 1 minus 4n minus 1 by 2 is. So first positive integers are in fact natural number. So positive integers, first natural is n is equal to 1. When we substitute n is equal to 1, 4n plus 1 is 4 into 1 plus 1, this will be 5. So it becomes iota power 5. Iota power 5 is iota. 4n minus 1, if we substitute n is equal to 1, we have this value 3. It will be iota power 3 is equal to minus iota. So this will become plus iota minus this iota power 4n minus 1 becomes minus iota by 2. It will be 2 iota by 2. So finally answer is iota. So iota is correct answer. Student, next question is 1 plus iota divided by 1 plus 1 by iota whole modulus. What is it equal to? It can be evaluated simply. 1 plus iota divided by, if we take LCM here, it will be iota and iota plus 1. These two values are similar, will get cancelled. This is modulus, and equal to this from third place rises to first, iota, and magnitude of iota means this can be written as 0 plus iota. It means 0 plus 1 iota. Modulus is real part square plus imaginary part square. It is equal to 1. So this is correct answer. Now dear students, this is next question where what is written? Cos 20 degree plus iota sine 20 degree whole power 5 divided by cos 30 degree plus iota sine 30 degree whole power 3. Let us solve it. This can be written as cos 2 multiplied by 10 degree. If we write 10 plus iota sine 10 degree, then that 2 multiple here, 2 multiplied by 10, 2 multiplied by 10 make 20, right? 2, that 2 which is multiple of 10 is here, 2 which is multiple of it is shifted out. When it is shifted out, what it becomes? It becomes 10 and divided by this. We can make this 10 also 3 multiplied by 10. If we make it 3 multiplied by 10, then cos 10, we keep this shape, cos 10 plus iota sine 3 multiplied by 10, 10 remains here. 3 is multiple of 10. 3 multiplied by 10, 3 multiplied by 10, 10 here. That multiple 3 moves out. 1 3 is already here. The other 3 which is moving from inside to out, it will make it 9. Both powers will get multiplied, it will be 9. Now these two are same kind of factors, denominator, numerator. These will get cancelled with one another. And what is left? Only this with one power. Cos 10 plus iota sine 10. Option C is correct. Dear student, if we look at next MCQ, if Z1 by Z2 is pure imaginary, then what is the value of this modulus? This is question. Z1, Z2 are pure imaginary. We consider Z1 2 iota, Z2 3 iota, and Z1 by Z2 as this given form is Z1 by Z2 is quotient of these two. 2 iota by 3 iota, iota get cancelled, it becomes 2 by 3. Applying component or dividend theorem, Z1 plus Z2, Z1 minus Z2, this is 2 plus 3, 2 minus 3, it becomes minus 5. Modulus will definitely make it positive. Modulus will make it positive, it will become 5. But look at it, 2, these are pure imaginary, 2, 3, their sum is 5. So if we consider different imaginary numbers here, their sum will be different. So answer cannot be any of these. Our answer in this case is 5. There can be 0, there can be 1, minus 1. Answer cannot be determined and is correct answer here. Student, this is next question where argument of square root 3 plus iota by square root 3 minus iota and square root 3 plus iota by square root 3 minus iota, we will have to multiply by conjugate, and if we multiply and divide by conjugate of denominator, what it is, a numerator will be squared, and what is the square? A square plus b square plus 2ab will make 2 square root 3 iota divided by a plus b, a minus b make a square minus b square. Iota square is minus 1, so this is 3, this is minus 1, it becomes 2 plus 2 square root 3 iota divided by, when this is minus 1 they will make 4. Now finally it is taking 2 common from numerator, it becomes 1 plus square root 3 iota by 2. 2 can be divided here. These are real and imaginary. Argument of this complex number, argument of square root 3 plus iota by square root 3 minus iota is equal to argument of this complex number, and the formula of argument is tan inverse of imaginary by real. Imaginary is square root 3 by 2, real is 1 by 2. So it is 2 cancels 2 and tan inverse of square root 3 is 60 degrees. So option C is correct here. Next question is, if z is equal to cos theta plus iota sin theta, then 1 by z has what value out of these? So what we have to do, we have to find 1 by z. 1 by z is 1 by cos theta plus iota sin theta, and definitely we will have to multiply and divide by its conjugate. We can see this as conjugate by which multiply and divide it. So cos theta plus iota sin theta is numerator, cos theta minus iota sin theta is numerator. This a plus b, a minus b will become a square minus b square. Iota square will also appear, which will make it positive, so it becomes cos square theta plus iota sin plus sin square theta due to value of iota square minus 1. It becomes a plus b, a minus b, it becomes a square minus b square. So iota square will also appear, that will make it plus, and cos square plus sin square is 1. So this numerator becomes the answer, cos theta minus iota sin theta. So C option is correct in this case. Let's look at next question. 1 minus iota by 1 plus iota power 100. We need to know here is what it is equal to. 1 minus iota by 1 plus iota, multiply and divide by this value. This will be equal to a minus b, a square minus b square, and in denominator a plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2 iota. These two get cancelled as iota square is minus 1, plus 1, minus 1 get cancelled. This is plus 1, this minus 1 will make it plus 1, and 1 plus 1, 2 here by 2 iota. So finally this is equal to 1 by iota. This is equal to 1 by iota. And what 1 by iota is equal to? 1 by iota multiply and divide by conjugate. If we do, then it will become minus iota by minus iota square. This minus iota square will become plus 1, and finally it is minus iota. So 1 minus iota by 1 plus iota power 100 is equal to minus iota power 100. One thing we know is that it becomes positive base, iota power 100, and this is completely divisible by 4. That is why answer is 1. Its answer is 1. Students, as you know that iota can be written as 0 plus iota. Further it can be written as 0, 1 ordered pair form. So you can see x and y. The value of x and y in this case is C. So C is correct answer. We will look at next question also. What is next question? Next question is 1 by 2 plus square root 3 by 2 iota power 6. It is simple. When we take LCM, it is 1 plus square root 3 iota by 2. We know this is omega. This is equal to omega. And here it will become its power 6. Means omega power 6. Omega cube is 1. So this is equal to 1. Omega cube square, it can be written. Omega cube is 1. 1 square 1. So this is equal to simply 1. So simple. Student, if we see next question, it is if square of a number x is iota, then what that number is, what that x is. We start solving from the first value. First value given here is 1 plus iota. If this is x, its square he says is square of number x is iota. If its square is iota, this is the value of x. We square it and see what is it. Numerator is 1 square, iota square, 2ab make 2 iota divided by this square is 2. Now these two get cancelled, and this two will be cancelled by this. This is iota. So the square of a number is iota. That number is this. So this is correct answer A in this case. This next question, real part of this complex number. We have to find this complex number in x plus iota y form or a plus b iota form. So how can we do 1 plus 2 iota by 1 minus iota? We have to multiply and divide by conjugate. Conjugate is 1 plus iota. We multiply and divide by its conjugate. What is it? Numerator values are multiplying 1 plus 2 iota plus 2 iota square plus iota. So this is the product of numerator values. Denominator will make a square minus b square. So this becomes 2 because iota square is minus 1. When we place minus 1, it becomes 1 plus 1, 2. What happens here? This is 1. This becomes minus 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 2 iota plus iota will be 3 iota. So we can see that minus 1 by 2 is its real part, minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2 iota. Real part is asked, which is option A. Next question is, what does z modulus equal to 1 represent? So let's look. Z modulus means a plus b iota, or if we write x plus iota y, that is better. X plus iota y modulus. What does mean by modulus? Modulus means this equal to 1, right? Modulus is real part square plus imaginary part square equal to 1. What will it be? Squaring both sides, that give x square by square is equal to 1. This is equation of circle. So this represents circle. We can remember this fact that z modulus equal to any constant number will represent circle. This particular circle is called unit circle. Z modulus equal to 1 is called unit circle. Okay, we can calculate. Now the question is, if z is equal to square root 5, square root 3, both these values are positive, then z inverse modulus is what? We can find both modulus and can see their relation. Z modulus is real part square is 5, imaginary part square is 3. They will make square root 8. Square root 8 is 2 square root 2. And z inverse, what z inverse is? Real part is square root 5. By square of both these parts, sum of square of both these parts is 8. As we found, this square of real part square of imaginary part, that sum is 8. That is, it is divided by minus imaginary part. Imaginary part is square root 3 and divided by 8, the same value. And its modulus is, how can we calculate real part square plus imaginary part square again and their sum? This will be 64. And what is it? It is 5. Plus its square is 3. Its square is 64. 8 by 64 is 1 by 8 square root. So this will be 1 by 2 square root 2. So modulus of these two complex numbers are also reciprocal of each other or multiplicative inverses of each other. Modulus in fact are real numbers. So modulus, real number associated with z and z inverse are both inverses of each other. Look at it. Z inverse modulus is C option. Okay, dear student, this is next MCQ. If z is equal to 2 by 2 minus iota plus 3 by 2 plus iota, then real part and imaginary part of z finally in its final shape, when z will be obtained, what is real and imaginary part sum is. So we will solve. We have to build our capacity to solve these questions very quickly. So denominator will be the product of these two as LCM. It is 4. Product of a square minus b square is of this form, and these two are also multiplied. This appear with it. 4 plus 2 iota plus 6 minus 3 iota, and we have to see final shape quickly. It is 10 minus iota by, what is it? 5. So this is 1 by 2, or can be written what? 2 minus 1 by 5 iota. So this is the final shape of the z. Real and imaginary part sum is, these two parts are added. It will be sum of these two. 2 plus minus 1 by 5 is 9 by 5 definitely. So D option is correct. Next MCQ. The principal value of argument of minus 1 minus iota is. So we have formulas for argument, principal argument in first quadrant, second, third, fourth quadrant. We have formula. So formula for argument is argument of z is equal to tan inverse of imaginary by real. The simple formula here. And for second quadrant it is pi minus tan inverse of imaginary by real, but positive value of x will be used for it. For third quadrant it is tan inverse of both values positive, x and y, and this minus pi. For fourth quadrant it is minus tan inverse of positive value of y by x, as it is possible value of x is positive in fourth quadrant. So here we can see that this for third lies in third quadrant. For third quadrant we have to apply the formula pi minus tan inverse of imaginary by real. We can see both are -1. It will be pi minus pi by 4. This is pi by 4 as it is 1. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4 is 3 pi by 4. So we can see that 3 pi by 4 option D is correct in this case. For third it is minus pi plus this. This is positive. If we see it again, the formula we have to follow is this one. Third formula. It is tan inverse of imaginary by real. 1 by 1, both values will be positive and minus. It will be pi by 4 minus pi will be minus 3 pi by 4. So option C is correct in this case. If we look at next question, z1 is a plus b iota, z2 is c minus d iota. Then the sum of these two complex numbers is real. Then which one of these options is true? We can find that sum. z1 plus z2 is a plus c plus b plus d iota. It is b plus d iota. For it to be real, we have to keep imaginary part 0. b plus d is equal to 0. This tells us that b is equal to minus d. So option C is correct. When we apply their condition, the value of b is equal to minus d. Let us look at next question. It is, if z1 modulus is 8, z2 modulus is 3, then maximum value of this. We have a result z1 plus minus z2 modulus less than equal to, greater than equal to, greater than equal to z1 modulus minus z2 modulus, and less than or equal to z1 modulus plus z2 modulus. If we follow this positive negative value, this time we have negative, and its maximum value we require, we have to add these two modulus. So z1 modulus is 8, z3 modulus is 3. They will make sum 11. So 11 is correct answer. B. B is correct answer. Okay, we have next MCQ. Polar coordinates of a point are 2, 3, 1, 9. Then Cartesian coordinates are, which one of these? So we have to, if this is polar form, we write it in complex number form. It is 2. These are polar coordinates, so they can be written as, this is modulus, this is angle, 2 cos 19, 319, plus iota 2 sine 319. If we write it in this form, cos 319 is what? Cos 270 is 0. Cos 300, look at it, the value which we can conclude cos 330, it is in fourth quadrant. 319 is in fourth quadrant, greater than 270. So 319 is maybe here. In fourth quadrant, value of cos is positive. So this must be positive value. Remember, from here we can conclude all these values, the numerical form of all these values are similar. This is positive and sine in fourth quadrant is negative. This value must be negative. So this is positive, this is negative. From here we guess. First value, real part must be positive, imaginary part must be negative. Real part positive, imaginary part negative. Since all numerical values, everywhere it is written 1.312, 1.312, 1.312, 1.312. So we have to choose negative. Negative is at two places, option A, option B. Option A is correct because the real value is positive required, which is not in B. So A is correct answer. From here we conclude, we don't know what the exact value, and we are not allowed, in most of the universities we are not allowed to use calculator. It means that we have to move through alternate way, and this is the alternate way where we find. So next question is argument of z1 by z2. What is it equal to? The relation which it is equal to of arguments is argument of z1 minus argument of z2. This is general result and we keep it in mind simply. Now next is modulus of this complex number. Modulus is simply to be calculated. If this is z, then its modulus is real part square 1 minus cos theta whole square plus imaginary part square sin square theta. It will become whole square is expanded, a square plus b square minus 2ab minus 2 cos theta plus sin square theta can be seen. These two will make 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 minus 2 cos theta. If 2 is taken common, 1 minus cos theta, it will become under the root, and 1 minus cos is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 root is 2 sin theta by 2. This will be answer. 2 sin theta by 2 is D. D is correct option.